Uh, oh, that's a new one. I've not heard that sound before. Okay, so I just want to start by saying thank you for taking the time out to sit down and chat with me. Um, Obviously, there's some familiar faces, some new faces. So I suppose the first question is, why are we here? What's the project? Why what's going on basically? And that's for anyone who feels free.
Yeah, yeah, Andy, you can take it away, or I can take it away. You know as much information as I do, so
Okay, well, no, you take it away
all
today.
right, I'll take it away. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot to talk about. I'll try to get it in a nutshell. Uh, Around March, Kelly and I just decided, you know what, let's do a workshop in New York City. And we did virtual casting, and then we narrowed that down into callback casting, all virtual. And then we got a space in New York City at Ripley Greer, and we had in-person callbacks, and it was the most incredible experience in the entire world. We have a total of 6 rehearsals. We have an amazing director, Victoria Ray Suk, and an incredible music director, David John Mador, and then our incredible cast of 6 moms and 2 men. Annie plays Jade in the show, and Mr. Sean over here plays our villain, our Scott, who we won't give too much away about that. But yeah, no, I mean it's Fast and Furious. We've been in the city a total of just 3 weekends. So just being in the rehearsal space and going as fast as we can, but as accurately as we can, and meticulously as we can, and just, it's been such a thrill to see everyone work together. Everyone just, the room is uh, void of egos, void of divas. It's just the most loving, nurturing experience ever. And yeah, and so we have our final tech/dress tomorrow, from 4 to 10 p.m. At the studio, and then Saturday it's a go at 2 p.m. and we're live streaming the whole thing. Tickets are can be bought. I'll do a little plug here.
Yeah.
www.suretteandhall.com/moms-the-musical. And you can basically live stream. Tickets are $5, and they're being donated to Moms for Moms. It's a nonprofit in New York City that supplies basically everything a mom needs, who doesn't have other resources in order
Hmm.
to get those things. So yeah, everyone tune in, get your tickets. It's gonna be it's I feel in my gut that it is just gonna be the most magical experience in the world. And producers are there, and investors are there, and it's just absolutely amazing.
So obviously, just to clarify, Annie, the show is Mum's
Yes.
Musical. What's it about? What's the story for those who haven't, heard of it before?
Yes. Okay. So, Mom's the musical, as we are about to give birth, if you will, using the metaphor, on because the due date is July 24th, 2 p.m. Right. That's when we will deliver this musical. It's a story of 2 moms, Mia and Justine. Mia is your Pollyanna, rose tinted glasses, stay at home mom. Justine is the huntress career mom, and they live next door to each other, and they are both brand new moms. And they have to kind of discover, what does it mean to be a parent? How do you parent? How do you co-parent with a partner? What happens if you don't have a partner? And their opposing life energies, kind of, they learn from each other throughout the musical and become friends, and they learn that, like, they need each other for different things. Where I come in, my character's name is Jade, and I'm one of the trio of the mom group chat. Think muses from Hercules, think Greek chorus, and think like 1960s, pop singers. And we come in and kind of provide some sort of other ways that we parent, and to kind of help out Mia and Justine on their journey to motherhood. And then you realize at the end that there is no perfect way to parent, and to stop trying to compare yourself to Pinterest or social media or what other moms are doing. And you have to kind of, as a mother or as a human, as a parent, you have to kind of find that inner wisdom within and realize that you have enough tools and to trust yourself to be able to take care of another person. And it's a beautiful story. It's high energy all of the time. All of the songs have a different feel and nod to them, and it's a beautiful story to be a part of, and I'm so proud and honored to be a part of it.
So, Sean, obviously you're someone new. I interviewed the cast of the live concert before. Obviously, you're a new face. So, why did you get involved with the show? What is it that drew you in about this story and this musical?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've known the director, Victoria Sook, for about a decade now, a little over a decade. We met in college, and I've been in New York 7 years, and I've done 4 or 5 theater productions while I've been in New York. I do more film and TV than theater, but um, generally speaking, if she reaches out and says, "Hey, I'm directing something, I'd love for you to audition," I always say yes, just because I love working with Victoria. She's an amazing director. She really knows how to like bring everybody together, and make you feel like you're a part of a family, which I think is key in making theater. Otherwise, it can be really tough,
Yes.
especially when we have 3 weekends of rehearsals and that's it. Um, but that's what initially drew me. She asked me to audition, and I said sure, and I think it made it easy for me to say sure when I read about what it was, right? Mom's the musical. I mean, uh, I lost my mom when I was 17. So for me, I've always felt a need to like let people know like you shouldn't take your parents in general for granted, because you never know how long you're going to have them. And the show is like, it shows all the struggles, all the strengths, all the like humanness that mothers have. And I think because we all have moms, we
Yeah.
think of them as this like hero, and it's like this idea rather than, you got to remember they're like you, they're just like you. So when I found out that was what the show was about, I was like, absolutely, let's do this. Submitted my audition. They asked me to do both Mark and Scott, just to kind of see what hit, and I guess Scott Scott is where I landed, and I just want
Oh,
to say,
good.
don't well, thank you, but don't take my character portrayal as who I am in real life, because I'm not that not that guy. What's
I
that,
think
Teddy?
Oh, I just said you're the sweetest guy in the whole world.
Thank you.
I think that's the thing about the like you touched on, like everyone has a mother or a mother figure, or and we do sort of take them for granted that they're untouchable, that they're these strong, powerful people that nothing affects them, nothing goes through. And obviously, the story of the musical is that things do go wrong, things don't go the way that they plan, and then it's how are they supposed to stay strong for their the people they're looking after, or the kids, or whoever, but still be a person who goes through emotions, and obviously that's really relatable to anyone, but especially mums or mother figures. So we touched a little bit about the workshop, Teddy. So what was the process of taking it from this online virtual concert to a live workshop? What was that process like?
Yeah. So we did the demo, the COVID safe demo. We did the virtual concert. And now I think the biggest thing is seeing it's on its feet. It is a workshop. It's not perfect. It's 6 days, but there are constant rewrites, constant adjustments. The cast has been incredible about implementing those. It's really about seeing it like visually in front of you and hearing the music and seeing the actors. And there's incredible choreography. Kelsey Morant is her last name, and Victoria is our director slash choreographer. So seeing these actors physically in front of you singing these songs, um, and Kelly and I have learned so much about this doesn't work, this works great, this needs to be changed. Like if you don't see it in front of you, that is the magic of that is the difference from what's happened before, but it's also the difference, but the magic and what is absolutely necessary in order to make a show progress to the next level. So I think I can speak for Kelly and I to say that um, this is the most incredible learning experience, not just for us, but I hope I can speak for the cast, and I hope I can speak for, Victoria and Kelsey and David John, our incredible music director. Just creating a new work is complicated and scary and wonderful, and all of those emotions tied together. So having this next step has been a true blessing.
So obviously the act of workshopping the show, for people who aren't that familiar, is going through those changes and those working out what works, what doesn't, what needs to be improved. So what, Annie, what was it like working on a show that isn't final, isn't complete yet? It's still growing as you're involved with it. What was that sort of journey with the musical like?
Oh, I love this journey. It's so wonderful. And because nothing is set in stone, the creative team gives us permission. Like they gave us permission to make bold choices from the in-person callback. Like that's what was said in the email directions. Like we want to see you make bold choices. We want to see how you can take direction and see how you can change something like in the room.
Hmm.
And from that, and then we start every rehearsal where Victoria leads us and we all breathe together as one. We just take like a collective breath. And she's like, "Isn't it wonderful that we can safely breathe the same air and be in the same room again?" And we're like, "Yes." Oh, and to sort of let us go and play and then shape it. So it's kind of like we're clay, and we have this ability to create the structure is there with the script, and then if we do something, they might like what we do, and they'll say, "Okay, now go and do that." And there's a lot of trust built with this cast and crew where they trust us with the material, and they also trust our choices, which is really nice and really freeing and liberating as an actor, that it's like, oh, I can be like my weird self and make these choices, and then I'll hear Teddy's infectious laugh and I'll be like, yes. And it's like then something works and you're like, yeah. And it builds your confidence, and it's wonderful. And
Great
so
is it's not fake. It's real, like seeing something on a page. Like I always reference there's a specific scene between Scott and Mia, and when Kelly wrote it and I assisted, it was just I never realized that it could be that funny. There's a line, I won't give it away, but it has
yes,
to do with
I know that line.
a certain certain something. And every single time I see it, I crack up and die because it's so funny. So I think that's another example of seeing something on a page versus seeing it in real life. And so I just wanted to add
Yes,
that.
obviously it's gone from the words on the page to the virtual concert, which is obviously fantastic and was really enjoyable. But that's still not the full image of the show that you would get, sat in a seat or watching a live performance of it. So talking about live performance, obviously, Sean, you talked about a little bit earlier about TV and theatre. What's it like performing in this, almost live environment of a theatre rather than a edited space of TV?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the biggest differences in theater versus film is the energy within the room. I mean, when you have a room full of, I think we're going to have 60 people in our room. I'm not sure exactly how many, but when you have a room of like 50, 60 people, you feed a lot off of them, right? Timing is affected by laughter and by people holding their breath when something's about to happen. It makes you kind of, it's another partner to work off of, right? Like that energy affects you. And then the other beauty of theater is you're living something from start to finish, and it's like one shot, just like life. I don't get to go, I ordered that coffee weird, let me just let's take it back, let me reorder the coffee. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to like do it, and how it went is how it went, and every night is different. So that's, that I personally love both mediums.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I really do. With this cast, I mean, the other day when we had our last rehearsal before our dress coming up, I was sad because I was like, oh, we get one performance. I wanted to do it for like a week. I wanted to just like do it night after night after night and like see how it changes with everybody, because I think, you know, you get different shows every night. But yeah.
One of my favorite things, and I forget what study it's done, so it's not going to sound as credible, but there was a study done where people's heartbeats after watching live, like if everyone's in the room, on cast and crew, and audience members, after about 10 minutes, everybody's heartbeat was synced up in a live theater setting, and I think that's also very indicative of this show as well, and why it has to be live, and like you have to see it live and be in the room or live stream it, because it is such a work of heart. And like when you're in that space and you're where, you know, the audience is on that journey with us, like you're gonna feel all the things, like laughter, tears, anger, like just all of the emotions are so heightened, and you're gonna be right there with us.
I think that links back to what Sean was saying about almost being one take, is that you can't do it over. There's things that happen, you know, that, you know, they're awful, you know, awful things may happen, but we just have to keep going. We have to get through it. And that's just how relatable the show is. So obviously, Teddy, what can people expect from this workshop? How much has the show changed since its inception?
It has changed. I want to say the backbones are still there, but we have cut scenes, we have added songs, we have cut songs, we have narrowed songs down, we have narrowed scenes down, and that all just comes back to seeing it. You know, if something doesn't work, it's so clear when an actor, and that's the thing, is actors are so smart. They are just so smart in the sense of, like I've always said, you can say one word to an, I mean, I'm far from a director, but you can say one word to an actor and it just changes everything. And I've learned so much. I mean, I feel like I've taken like, and I feel like I'm getting like a PhD from just this process, because I've learned so much. And yeah, Kelly has rewritten music. Victoria and Kelly have worked very hard together, and the whole team has really come together just to make it the absolute best show it can possibly be.
So obviously, people who have seen the online concert absolutely should see the Investors Workshop because of how different. It's not like you're watching the same show again. This is, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually, I mean, there are literally two, like, I think we literally cut 2 songs and added 2 songs. So there are major differences between the original demo and the virtual concert. I mean, I'm talking like a whole other level. So this is really not something you want to miss.
Absolutely. So my final question is, where can people stay up to date with the show? How can people follow it? And where can people, I know you talked to a little bit at the beginning, where can people find all the info about Investors Workshop and future events?
Yes. So I have my my list here. We are on Twitter at Moms the Musical, on Instagram at official Moms the Musical, on Facebook at official Moms the Musical, and the website again is www.suretteandhall.com/moms-the-musical. Surette is spelled SURETTEANDHALL.com. And I want to give a huge shout out to Ripley Greer. I just wanted to say to them how fantastic they have been. We've done all of our rehearsals there at all of their spaces. They have been so kind, so compassionate, so helpful. Anything we ever need, they're there for us. So I felt that was really important just to mention.
I believe there's also a TikTok, isn't there, for the show?
Yes, there is a TikTok, and it is, oh gosh, golly gee. If you go on the web, yeah, Annie, do you know it by any chance?
I do. I could pull it up. It's delightful. Okay.
It's like I think at moms.the musical or something. I'm very embarrassed. That's the one I don't know off the top of my head. But it's funny. It's a great
the musical. So it's at Moms the Musical.
Mom stopped the musical.
Got the perfect. Yeah, awesome. And we have some funny stuff on there. And that's what's been great is the social media aspect. And I wanted to mention one thing. I know we have to go, but the response to the show has been truly what in my heart makes me and in my just, I mean, so much love from other people, from people you would never expect, from people who are not moms, from people, you know, and the show is so diverse in that sense. I mean, John Noel, who is our live stream extraordinaire. Kelly and I actually went to high school with him. He sat in the room on Sunday and was crying at least 2 or 3 songs. And that in itself was just to know that it's going to affect everyone. Yes, it's about moms and about women, but there's no I am like 99.99% sure that there is no man who is going to sit in that audience and not feel the depth of what's happening. I wanted to just add that in there.
Yeah.
So
So just a final reminder, the workshop is at Saturday at what time?
2 p.m.
Okie doke. And
Eastern.
tickets available from the website.
Eastern. Yep.
Okie
Yeah.
doke.
And when you buy the ticket, it's going to give you a link to where to click on.
Okay.
At like 1:55 or whenever you want to wait in line. So, so you can, it's all going to be compact and easy to follow and all that. So
Okie doke. So I suppose the only thing to say now is thank you very much for sitting down and talking to me. Obviously, good luck for the show. You know, I'll be there. Oh, well, I'll be watching. I won't be there, but I'll be watching absolutely, and I'm very excited. And I hope you have the best turnout and the best show. So thank you all very much.
thank you, Rhys.
Thank you.
For all
Thank you
you've
so
done.
much.
I really, we all appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Okie doke.